What's up, good people? Welcome back to another episode of Undrafted Views. We're here. We talk sports from the sidelines. And today we're going to talk about playoffs 2021, round one, and if our predictions are still holding up so far. Let's get into it.
So the NBA playoffs are underway, and we made our predictions in a previous video. But I want to know, inquiring minds want to know, do you still stand firm in your predictions or have they changed?
In some, yes. Yeah. East versus West. Let's talk about it.
Okay, all right. So let's start with the Eastern Conference this time. The New York Knicks and the Atlanta Hawks, that 4-5 matchup has been great. You still standing firm on your prediction from last time?
Yeah, I'm still with the Hawks. Hawks is going to win the series. Absolutely. They're going to win the series. Yeah, they're going to win the series. I'm going to tell you right now, Trae Young is ready. So,
yes.
I just don't know. Julius Randle?
I know.
Oh, hi. I just don't know if the Knicks have enough shooting power to reckon with Trae Young. I'm riding with Trae Young. I'm riding him all the way through this series.
My goodness. Okay,
and that prediction still holds firm for me. Yes.
Wow. I picked the Knicks to win, but they're definitely way more physical than the Atlanta Hawks. Absolutely. But physicality doesn't put the ball in the hole, and that's where they're struggling. Julius has kind of been shut down. Derrick Rose has been their saving grace so far.
Let me tell you that X factor, thank God. And it's so funny because in game 3, I want to say, they put him in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
So his production off the bench, I believe in game 2, he had 26 points. Mm-hmm. He really has carried the Knicks. And it must be because of his experience. But he's carried the Knicks. And he has to continue to do that if the Knicks even foresee them coming out of this series. I just know that from a defensive presence, but it's not enough right now for this Hawks team at this stage of the playoffs for round 1. It's just, I don't know. Yes. I don't think it's enough.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not looking good, but I'm still going to ride with the Knicks. I still think it's going to go a full 7, but we'll see though. But Trae Young has been exciting to watch. Oh my goodness. I didn't know he had it in him. I didn't know.
And I'm so glad that it's on display. It is time. So I'm excited to see him. But yeah, I'm riding it all the way on Trae Young's back. I'm just like, you're going to have to carry us through, Trae.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about the Brooklyn Nets and the Boston Celtics series. Is it still a series? It's a series.
Absolutely. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Cute win, Boston. That Tatum and that 50. I mean,
that's what he's going to have to do every time in order for them to win.
It's just not going to be. Let me tell you when I knew. Must have been game 3 when at the end, I want to say it's in the fourth quarter when Marcus Smart and Kevin Durant clashed, and when Kevin Durant fell on Marcus Smart, and when Kevin Durant got up and he was grinning, I was like, you know what? They're not even taking this game serious.
No, they're not.
It was the game. The look on KD's face was like, okay, so y'all got one. I mean, what? We still gonna go. I mean, it made, for me, when I seen it at that point, it made the game useless.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it was a cute win.
It was cute.
You can't expect Tatum to drop 50 points in order for them to win the game. Now, Marcus Smart came through. It was pretty good from the arc here lately, but I still have the Brooklyn Nets coming out of that series 100%.
100%. 100%. And if it happens to go 6, I would be surprised. It doesn't even matter. It can even go to full 7. I'm telling you right now, the Nets are coming out of that series. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, it's crazy. Now, Miami Heat and the Milwaukee, but is that still a series?
You know what? Speechless.
Eastern Conference champions. I don't know what's going on.
Oh my
God. I don't know what to tell you. I had the Bucks beating Miami Heat in a full 7. Like I thought it would go a full 7, but it is not looking that way right now.
I actually had Bucks in 5. Bucks in 5. I said at least the Heat can win one game. And then you know what though? I feel the same way about this series as I do with the Nets and the Celtics. It don't even matter if the Heat win. If they win 1 game, 2 games, it doesn't even matter. You will still be going home in round 1.
You're still going home. Wow. Now, the Philadelphia 76ers and the Washington Wizards, I kind of feel the same way. You know, I like the Wizards, but they're completely outmatched in this series. Oh, yeah. Completely.
Yeah. Totally outmatched, where it's borderline embarrassing. Kind of like, I just hate that was their first matchup for the Wizards, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Can I just say that the East, if it wasn't for the Knicks and the Hawks bringing it, we may not have any East round 1 games after game 5. Like, no, I'm serious. That's the only series in the East that has potential to go to game 7.
Yeah.
Really?
It's the only entertaining one. Okay, so would you have rather seen the Charlotte Hornets and the Indiana Pacers in the playoffs? You think that would have changed anything?
No, not at all. Not compared to who they would have been matched up with. No, it would have been the same outcome.
Yeah.
Bucks, Nets, Philly, they're coming out regardless.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's go to the Utah Jazz and the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm really interested in that series. Looking good.
It's looking really good. And you know what? I just know that that Donovan Mitchell, super ready. Like, I'm ready and I'm going to give it to you. And the Grizzlies have to be very careful not to have Valanciunas and Dylan Brooks in foul trouble early. Mm-hmm. It's going to ruin their whole game.
Because
and the Jazz bench,
deep. They're not the first seed in the Western Conference for fun. Like, no, these guys can play. They're good.
Anytime you have JC, Joe Ingles, and please don't let Favors get involved.
Don't let them.
It's like the Grizzlies bench will not be able to hold a matchstick. It's just not. They're elementary compared. The bench for the Grizzlies are in elementary school. It's just I believe that is what's going to help carry the Jazz to come out of this particular series. Not only because of their main players. Don't get me wrong. You know, Donovan Mitchell. Thank God he's back. Kind of put some more. He put a bit more flair into the Jazz's play, which is really great. But that bench, the Jazz's bench, hands down, will outscore the Grizzlies bench in a heartbeat. Yeah. And that's going to be I think that's going to be one of the things that's going to help decide this series.
I think you're right. Now, it's still going to be entertaining. I still have it going a full 7. I hope it does.
I hope it does too. However, my prediction is how I feel right now about the games, and my prediction is wrong. Because I had the Grizzlies coming out in 7. It ain't gonna happen.
Oh, not me. I had Utah.
No. I can say right now. And before, when game 1, they had Joe Ingles in the starting lineup. I think Joe Ingles is better off coming off the bench now that Donovan Mitchell is back. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think experience will be another factor that helps push the Jazz through. And thank God that the Grizzlies are gaining their experience.
Yes.
But we'll see you next season. I just don't see it for this one. Not at all. Not at all.
And I think, next season, the Grizzlies they're going to be like in the top 6. Easy.
I think they need to go a little bit deeper in their bench, though. They got to figure out what that looks like, And so I believe bench play is critical during the regular season, but it becomes critical during the playoffs. Mm-hmm. And I just don't know if the Grizzlies have enough depth for playoffs in their current roster.
Mm-hmm. But they got some grit.
They got grit. And so does the New York Knicks.
Yes.
So again, grit is great. You need grit. But if your grit is not coupled with shots in basket, it just ain't going to work.
Okay. Now, moving on to your squad. I just love saying this. The LA Clippers versus the Dallas Mavericks. Are you still holding firm? Yeah. I mean, I had the Clippers coming out of the series.
I had the Clippers coming out in 7. Mm-hmm. I'm holding firm, but I'm holding that the Clippers will come out in 7, but it's soft. Ooh, oh, it is cotton soft. Like I can't even say, oh, it's gonna happen. No, I don't feel the same way about that. It would be a detriment to the Clippers franchise if Luka Doncic single-handedly beats the whole Clippers entire roster. That's what happened in game 1 and 2. It's how do you want Kawhi Leonard and Paul George served up? Do you want them barbecued, seared? Do you want them with a little lemon pepper? I mean, like it was horrible. It was so you know what, but I've said it in previous videos. I favor the Clippers, but I'm lukewarm on them as well because they can disappoint you like that. And that's not fun, not for a fan. However, they figured out a way to make adjustments. Again, it's about the adjustments that you make. So they finally figured out a way to make some adjustments in game 3. As when you're watching this video, I don't know what's going to happen with them, but at least I just want I want all series to be competitive. And when they're not competitive, it's a letdown. So, you know what? I still have Clippers coming out in 7, but it's soft. It's soft.
Did you see Steve Ballmer? I mean, poor guy. He looked like he was so stressed out during both games. Unbelievable. I mean, all 3 games.
Yeah. No, because again, think about what he has on his back. He just purchased a stadium to go up in California for this Clippers organization. And who gonna watch these games?
Yeah. Especially if Kawhi leaves. Because I'm not tuning in to see Paul George.
And if Kawhi Leonard don't pull out wins, why would I still want to follow them? They got to do something. They have to do something, and they cannot afford to lose Kawhi. I'm gonna tell you what right now. Kawhi gonna do what he gonna do. He gonna do what he gonna do. We're resting on Paul George, and I am also glad that they adjusted the point guard position and to start Reggie Jackson. I've been saying it from the beginning. He is your starting point guard. It is not Pat Beverly. I'm sorry. No. I'm just not for this series. And maybe it'll work for if they advance forward, but not right now. No. And Zoo, I'm sick of them.
See, what did I tell you about Zoo? Long time ago. I said Zoo don't have no heart.
And
Zoo
then Ibaka, you want to go back to Toronto with this mess? I can't. Ooh,
I know. Ibaka. Oh, it's comical at this point.
And no, let me tell you. Can y'all go on and get Lou Williams? Can y'all bring him back? Can we do a playoff trade?
You ain't feeling Rondo?
I haven't been since he came. I'm waiting for him to show up. Maybe it's going to be in the next few games. I just don't know, but go Reggie.
Yeah. All right. So the Los Angeles Lakers and the Phoenix Suns. I have Phoenix coming out of that series, and I'm still holding firm.
You are?
Yep.
I had the Suns too, only because I am really a strong supporter of Devin Booker, but it's going to be the Lakers. Yeah. It's going to be the Lakers. I don't think that without Chris Paul, at least 80% Chris Paul, because right now he's not even 80. And I just don't know if the Suns have enough experience outside of Chris Paul to compete with the current Lakers team. I just don't see it.
Well, Jay Crowder is battle tested.
Not enough. It's not enough. Not for this Lakers team. No.
Oh, wow.
I'm so sad about it. No, I'm not happy about it by far. But if I'm going to be real, right? The Lakers are coming out of this series. They're going to come out.
Yeah. I sure hope not. I really.
How can they not? So what does the Suns need to do?
Well, that's the thing, though. They need to get Chris Paul back healthy somehow, some way. I need more from Cameron Payne. I need the ball to funnel through DeAndre Ayton down low. And Devin Booker needs to do what Devin Booker does.
You know what, though? Is he playing? I'm going to need bubble Devin Booker to show up. Because Devin Booker is great, but Has his game adjusted a bit with Chris Paul being in it? Okay, I need for him to adjust as though Chris Paul is not. And become that Devin Booker for this series, so hopefully they can go to the next series and then Chris Paul can come in and, continue to do what he's doing. But I just don't see it. I don't see it, and I'm disappointed.
Yeah, me too. Oh, wow. Well,
I know.
Now, the Denver Nuggets and the Portland Trailblazers. How you feel about that series so far? I had Portland coming out, and I don't know.
I have Denver coming out. That series is exciting to watch. I'm really rooting for. Let me just tell you something. The Portland Trailblazers backcourt, absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
All I can say is if Jamal Murray was available, like we could what if all night and day, but if Jamal was available, this would be laughable.
It would be sweet. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. I really hate he's not playing. I really, really do. However, I am not upset that they have Campazzo at least doing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So he will never be he is currently not a Jamal Murray, and I understand that, but he is a Campazzo, and he's not too bad.
Yeah.
Is it because of his height?
Yeah, he's a little guy.
And his quickness.
Yeah, he's small.
And you know what? He is very crafty. He's crafty. Yeah. I when I see Lillard and I see CJ doing it and they lose, I'm just like, oh
no,
it's hard to take. Yeah, but Denver coming out of the series for sure. Denver, I'll see you in the semi-conference finals.
Yeah, for sure, because I'm going back on my prediction. I have Denver now coming out of this series.
Good. Welcome to the bandwagon.
Yes, I'm on it. All right, you guys, we are going to wrap up this episode. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you drop down in the comments. We love to engage, and we will see you guys on the next one. But until then,
peace.
Peace, y'all.